What's up everybody, Super here, and today I bring you another video of Black Clover mobile information here guys. And inside of this video guys, we're going to actually be talking about how PvP is going to perform, how everything's going to happen, and pretty much like a speculation type of deal. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. But let's go ahead and get straight into it. Now when it comes to PvP, I see a couple things, and this is mainly because they have a lot of references or a lot of examples of being like in 3D models. When it does come to at least a 3D model side of things, it reminds me a lot of at least Grand Cross, as I've been saying in my prior videos. But also with PvP, I'm seeing the reference of 4v4s. So this can go in two multiple ways, in which I have a couple examples for you guys that are going to be shown on the screen here, or that I'm going to be going to. So right now I'm on my Twitter right now, and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go to our go to Black Clover Mobile here, right here, all right? And so if we're looking at it here, we get the examples of like the 3D look of everything here. We get to see everything and see how it looks. It looks a lot more like how the other game did, such as Grand Cross did with their ultimate animations and things like that. So this gives me a little bit of an inside look of being like, okay, we're gonna get at least some PvP that is gonna be more of a 3v3 type of basis. Now this of course is gonna be no matter what a 3v3 or 4v4 type of PvP if it's in there. And the main reason I say that is because you have to come with a team. They specifically ask you to create a team, and most teams are usually in teams of 3 or 4s when it does come to PvP related games. Never ever usually 5s or 2s whatsoever. It's usually a 3 or 4 type of base game. We have multiple games that are like this. You got when Blazing was live, it was 3 people only on the map, but you could swap out to 6 and stuff like that. Swap out between the characters, or either you have Tales of Crestoria where you have 4 people all fighting at once, which I have an example of that as well. And then you have Grand Cross where 3 people are fighting and you have your 4th in the back line. So it's fairly interesting to see which ways they can go with this. Now, if you guys want an example of how 3v3 would look, I actually have one of my friends, Tony. He actually does Grand Cross content, in which you'd have like this look right here. You'd have your 3 characters in the front line, in the 4th line you'd have like someone else on the back, who pretty much can help you out from the back end. Now, how it would mainly look would be something like this, because we do have combat class in this game. It would mainly look, shows the combat class, boom, whoever goes first goes first. They have a bunch of cards if it is a card-based game, which we do not know yet. We don't know if it's a turn-based like that. If it is, we can clearly see our cards for different characters, like for Asta and stuff like that. They go once your turn is over. Of course, the enemy would go and such, and so on. Now, this is something I feel like is what's gonna happen with this game, to be honest. I definitely feel like it's gonna be more of the bigger part of this game when it does come to PvP. But along with this, we have to think of the other things that could come with this, such as like associates. We have not known anything about this game so far when it comes to PvP or anything about PvE yet. So they could do a associate thing, which could make sense why we have so many characters at the start anyways, because different characters will have different passives. So with those passives and junk like that, it could really change up the game a little bit for associates and things like that, and make PvP or PvE very much so different. But at the same time, the game can also go a whole different direction. So instead of a 3v3 direction, we can go into a 4v4 direction. Now, recently we had Slime Drop, or as well as Tales of Crestoria here. Well, Tales of Crestoria came out a while back, but Tales of Crestoria here does more of a 4v4 type of deal, right? So when you're versus mobs, of course, they can be more on mobs on the line. But when you're versus people, you have 4 people and you have 2 backliners. Now, I'm pretty sure it's only going to be 4 people in total. If we have the 2 backliners things, that's going to be pretty cool, but at the same time, I feel like it's going to be more of a 4v4 type of deal. So like, let's say your party would look something like this. You have your 4 characters here, and they would all be on the screen fighting something like that. Now, it would be fairly interesting to see that happen. But if they decided to make it with 2 backliners, that'd be pretty cool too, as well with associates as usual when it does come to certain things. Now, I feel like those are the only 2 ways PvP are honestly gonna go for this game if we do it as well. But I feel like every character is gonna have their own mix of things. Like we'll have our R characters, as you can see here. We have a couple R characters here. One of the people pointed this out, Black Clover Mobile, which is the unofficial one. So if you guys want to actually go ahead and follow this Twitter, They're gonna keep you up on updates, same as if you want to follow me. But we get to see our SSRs that were shown, our SRs that were shown, as well as a couple Rs that were shown here, part of like the confirmed characters that we're allowed to pretty much play. And this is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting to see already that we know. And I think it's gonna play a huge part in it because we do have a lot of characters here, so we're gonna be able to choose from a lot of characters when it comes to passives, associates, and stuff like that. It's all gonna make a decent bit of sense. Now, you guys give me your thoughts on this. I'm mainly shooting in the wind, and I'm definitely saying that it's gonna be more of a, I think it's gonna go more of a Grand Cross ordeal with the 3v3 certain aspect, which isn't all that bad because we have the combat class there and everything like that. But you guys let me know, will it be more like a 4v4? Do you think we're gonna have just instead of 4 characters, we're gonna have 4 and then 2 backliners, kind of like Crestoria? You guys let me know what you think. And without further ado, guys, that was a short and sweet video. So thank you all for watching, and thank you, Tony, once again for letting me use some of your footage right there. Does mean a lot to me, and I'll see you all later. Bye.